Hello and welcome back to Phasmophobia. We have another major update. The VR rework is here. Let's go through the patch notes, see what's new. So welcome back, we've got an update for you. Finally, the VR update is among us, rejoice. There's loads to unpack here for our VR players, as well as some little nuggets of content for everyone else. But fear not, Ghost Hunters, the custom difficulty updates will be soon approaching, and it's a big one. There's also a small update coming even sooner than that. Now onto the patch notes. Open XR. So it looks like they're going to do the VR stuff first. So an entirely new VR system has been incorporated into Phasmophobia. This means better VR performance, smoother interactions and input, as well as fixing all bugs and issues caused by the old VR implementation. So this one is going to bring a lot of improvements to playability and performance. Also some good quality of life changes. So all major headsets are now officially supported, and in the future, as more are released, they should work by default. Amazing. VR players will now see a small cursor when attempting to grab objects, making it much easier to do. There are now two options for grabbing objects. We now have a toggle, press the button to grab, press it again to release, hold, requiring you to keep the button pressed down to keep hold of things. Index users notes, you can change from squeeze to grab in your Steam VR settings to replicate grabbing in other games. Now the equipment belt and head camera slots in the truck will highlight when attempting to slot something into them. Oh, we now have a VR seated mode and left-handed mode, as we saw on the teaser actually, both been added to the options. Fantastic quality of life changes there. Height calibration has been added to the options, wonderful, allowing you to align your player character model with your real life body. New hand poses and animations have been added for better visual feedback, such as using a light switch and opening doors. That's going to be incredibly immersive. You can now swap objects between your hands by grabbing, fantastic. You can now simulate crouching in VR by pressing the right thumbstick / trackpad. Going to be much better for the back, that one. You can now snap turn 180 degrees by pressing down, fantastic, going to be really useful during hunts as well. Not just during hunts, but just for general traversing and stuff. The walkie-talkie and journal are now placed on the belt to make them easier to grab and use. I can't tell you the amount of times I missed trying to grab it over the shoulder, so that's a fantastic one. Not actually played VR in ages, I'll have to get my headset back out. Improved VR throwing physics so you can now accurately throw objects. Smooth camera mode has been improved for better recording and streaming of VR gameplay. Fantastic for creators. Improved character walking animations for VR players in multiplayer. Oh, we'll have to see what they've done. Gonna miss the old janky animations. Nostalgia, I suppose. New model and textures for the VR belt. All open XR runtimes are now supported, e.g. Oculus, Mixed Reality Portal, etc. So due to these changes, we recommend that you revisit the in-game VR options and adjust anything necessary for the best experience. So this is the bulk of the VR updates. This is the meat and bones of this update. There are some more things as well, which we'll go over shortly. But DK did say it's going to be a night and day difference with VR now. So if you had performance issues, if it just wasn't there in terms of quality of life changes, if it was a bit clunky for you, then definitely give it another go. They've said it's going to be a huge improvement. Right, let's move on. We now have some hiding spot changes. So we've been keeping a watchful eye through our employee hidden cameras, way to make us paranoid, and have found that a lot of our ghost hunters love hiding behind doors. Ooh. Hell, even we've done it. Yep, me too. Feels dirty, but you know, I'm down for door changes. They are a little bit OP. Borderline exploit in my opinion. So however, this has caused several major issues. Some spots are so good you can't be killed at all. It negates the hiding spot blockers in higher difficulties, yep. It neglects the initial scout of the location to find places to hide, as you can just go to the same door every time. 100% agreed. Please change the doors. I'm definitely down for this change. So while we don't want to make hiding impossible, as it's a key part of gameplay, we have made some changes to help encourage hiding in designated spots instead of behind doors. That's cool, okay. Improve some spots that weren't working consistently, and they have added some new ones as well. So if a spot is blocked, sometimes instead of adding objects, some spots will have items removed instead, e.g. a shelf you can hide behind, no longer being there. Okay. And also the number of blocked hiding spots in all locations have been adjusted. You will now always have a minimum number of hiding spots per difficulty. That's great, because I play quite a lot of Nightmare and quite often there was 0, so that was a bit of a slap in the face. I suppose that's one reason that some people did favour the doors so much, you know. It was their only choice. Otherwise you had to loop and smudge and hope for the best really. So Amateur, you now have all hiding spots available, going to be great to learn them. Intermediate, you have 3+, Professional 2+, Nightmare 1 Plus. There you go. That's a good change. I'm in favour of that. So they haven't done anything to reduce the power of the doors. They're more incentivizing you to try and hide elsewhere. So the doors are still there if that is your chosen play style, but I will definitely be trying to go for the immersive option here, going for all the hiding options now available instead. And next up, door flaps have been added to the small tents within Maple Lodge campsite. They will now work as normal hiding spots, similarly to closets in other locations, so they just weren't working before the ghosts could see you in there, basically. Now several doors, objects and walls have been added or moved to remove several unintended safe spots. Fantastic. Willow Street House has received significant changes to make hiding spots much more consistent. Going to be interested to check them out. Not had too many issues hiding on Willow. It does seem scary at first if you're coming from other maps, but yeah, very curious about this one. Sure we'll find out soon. So that is the hiding spot section. Now we have a new section. So the screens in the truck have been updated, which we'll see shortly. We kind of saw a little bit in the teaser, not like a clean new UI for them. And this is the one that I'm honestly the most excited for, and also nervous because one of my favourite items. The sound sensor has received new visuals and functionality. Sound sensors now cover a spherical area instead of a thin cube, and its size has been increased. The only danger of increasing it too much is that you're going to pick up too big an area. So yeah, see how this one feels. Sound sensors are now placed in the same way as candles and cameras on tables, floors and other objects. So you don't put them on the wall anymore, basically. If you might have seen them from the teaser, they're like on a tripod, basically. Sounds are now displayed more accurately when shown on the monitor in the van. Very curious to dig into this one. Don't you harm my babies too much. No, I'm sure they've made some good changes. And next up, you can now choose different options for how your voice is transmitted locally. Interesting. So voice activation. Oh, that's cool. Push to talk, on off toggle, or global walkie-talkie transmission will always be push to talk. Okay. That's fair. That's good. I like that they're giving you different options there. That's pretty cool. Voice activation. Cool addition. Oh, we now have some changes to the Abarque. So the Abarque can now leave unique evidence on light switches, keyboards and prison cell doors. Just to help with them pesky rooms. So, gonna have a look at the spoilers. A double fingerprint on light switches. Ooh, so now check light switches too. And 5 fingerprints on prison doors and keyboards. Ooh. Interesting. So yeah, for the rare scenarios that you have them around those areas being quite active, because they are big rooms, you might get some fingerprints there now. Gonna have to look out for that one. And next up, you can now cross off ghost types in the journal, so if you definitely know it's not one of them after doing some testing, maybe speed testing or otherwise, dead players can now sprint infinitely. Yay, that's great. Yay. New fingerprints have been added for light switches, keyboards and prison cell doors. Ooh, nice. The amount of possible first and last names for ghosts has been greatly increased. Yay! Gonna get some more variety, more menaces. Oh god, got enough names on my avoid list. Gonna be overflowing soon. Gonna lose track of them. Ghosts can now knock on the patio doors in Ridgeview and Tanglewood and leave fingerprints. Oh, I like that. New sounds have been added. Oh, dear god, new sounds have been added. Are you teasing us? Are you trolling us? Are they going to be something nasty? Is it going to be like ambient sounds or is it going to be nasty ghost sounds? I guess we'll find out. Added a light switch and ceiling light to the Edgefield basement. Wait, what? Edgefield basement? Was there a lack of light down there? Maybe in the next room, because it's kind of 2 rooms, I suppose. Yeah, that's fair. I'm guessing that the big, like, square room past the hallway now has a separate light switch. Added several colliders to trees in Maple Lodge campsite. Ghosts can now interact with keyboards to turn on desktop computers in the house maps. Ooh, that's cool. I'm guessing they can leave fingerprints there. We'll see. The soft shadow setting. Ooh, they're going to be streamers, aren't they? Ooh, esport ghosts. Anyway, the soft shadows setting will now affect all lights instead of only equipment lights. The previous game's photos in the lobby are now easier to see. Oh, good. Nice, nice. I wonder if they're going to increase the res of them, because the resolution is not ideal for grabbing them from the game files. Added sounds to lockers, cool. Added a light switch to the cleaning closet in Maple Campsite. Oh, yeah, the one by the bathrooms. Added eyelashes to the player models. The biggest change that we never knew we needed with this update. We now have eyelashes. Updated engine for better performance, increased stability and VR compatibility. But the important thing, eyelashes. Now we have some changes. Volumetric lighting has been temporarily removed. Will return with foggy weather in a later update. No! Oh, sad. I love volumetric lighting. That's going to feel weird playing without it. They must have done it for a good reason though, so we'll see what happens. Fingerprints will now be placed on the light switch instead of next to it. Okay. Yeah, that's true actually. Never thought about that. Why did I never think about that until now? That makes sense. Several light switches have been moved to more intuitive positions, okay. Several assets have been moved, such as garden fences, to better align them with the environment. Several floors have had their materials changed. The parabolic microphone will now update faster, every 1 second instead of every 2 seconds. That's big. That's really going to help pinpoint the direction. That's bigger than it seems. Loving the parabolic already, so good change. Audio effects have been adjusted to improve distinction of sounds between different floors. Great, that's fantastic. Lighting has been adjusted in Ridgeview, Edgefield and Tanglewood to improve performance. Thunder sound effects have been improved to be more dynamic during heavy rain. I just hope the sound level has been reduced because it is obnoxiously loud. I skip heavy rain maps due to the thunder at the moment. Way too loud compared to everything else. Improved effects for sync taps. Replace sync tap audio. Okay. Scrolling the scroll wheel in the journal has been improved. Some spotlights have been adjusted so they also illuminate the ceiling. Willow Kitchen, Tanglewood Garage. The computer in Tanglewood is now turned on with the keyboard instead of the screen. Placement holograms will no longer cast or receive shadows. Replaced EU plug sockets with US ones. The biggest change yet. Eyelashes and US plug sockets. This is getting controversial, isn't it? Locker doors now have slots you can see through, so you can see death coming. That was my addendum. Prison doors are now much easier to slide. No more panicking during hunts. Trying to operate them. Sanity pill price has been reduced to $20 to accommodate for the bug fix below. Can't wait to see this one. Players talking, including using the walkie-talkie, no longer give readings on the parabolic mic and sound sensor. Quite a big one there. Gonna have to get used to that. That's quite a big one. Now we have some fixes, so a few bug fixes here. So fixed a bug where some ghost events didn't play ghost sounds. Fixed a bug where you could sometimes grab a tent door that was not visible, e.g. behind you. Fixed a bug where some lights in the farmhouses wouldn't stop your sanity draining. Fixed a bug where the Onryo wouldn't interact correctly if you didn't get the summoning circle curse possession. So lots of zero interaction games from Onryos, that makes sense. Fixed a bug where the ghost event objective would complete when there was no ghost event. Okay then, I didn't know that was a thing, but cool. Fixed a safe spot in the Ridgeview Garage. Fixed a bug where sprint stamina wasn't regenerating if you had your journal open. Fixed a bug where the journal brightness setting was higher than the main menu setting. Fixed a bug where after a hunt the ghost audio would fade out and back in briefly. So you'd think you'd still being hunted or something. That's terrifying. Fixed a bug where sanity pills were not being removed from your inventory if used or if you died. Ah, gotcha. Makes sense. Fixed a bug, that ties into the other one. Fixed a bug where the missed ghost event wasn't working correctly. Fixed a bug, maybe that's where it just runs away and doesn't actually track towards the player. Have to see about that one. Fixed a bug where the ghost would not walk towards you during some ghost events. Oh, that was always fun, like watching Granny just run upstairs and you'd be like, hello, Granny, I'm over here. Oh, I guess they're working now. Granny's getting a bit smarter, you know. Look out for Granny, she's the worst out of all of them. So there you go, this is the big beast itself, the VR rework. So we have the big VR section here, going to be much better in terms of quality of life changes, performance, playability improvements, etc. Hope the VR players enjoy that one. Might have to get my headset out myself. Hiding spots had some good changes, incentivize you to use them instead of doors, which is good, but maybe doors still need some tweaking because they haven't really addressed them yet. And new as well, so new UI on the truck, sound sensor rework, different voice options, tweaks to the Abarque, and a few little tweaks here and there, a few bug fixes. Nice one. Exciting. Let me know what you're excited for the most down in the comments. Hope you're excited for this update. We'll be checking all this out on stream. Check out the link down in the description. Thank you for watching. As always, take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.